Hello everyone. My name is Rongbo. I'm from the chair of Building Realization and Robotics from Technical University of Munich. So today I'm gonna present the topic, which is towards a distributed intelligent home based on smart furniture for China's aging population, a survey. So just first to give you some background of this research. So the population aging is a major challenge, not only facing the developed countries, but also threatening the emerging economies. So China's upcoming aging society will pose an imminent threat to its future development. For example, by 2020, so the Chinese older adults aged 60 or over reached 264 million, which equals to the entire population of Japan and Russia combined. And also China is projected to spend the shortest amount of time, which is 33 years, to transfer from the so-called aging society to super aged society. Just to give you some comparison, the same process took France 154 years. So the reasons are manifold, which includes the 3-decade-long so-called one-child policy, the rapid economic growth, the decreased fertility rate, and increased lifespan. So the main hypothesis of this research is the distributed intelligent home, which I will introduce in a moment, based on smart furniture, can potentially be a solution to mitigate the consequences caused by aging population in China. To give you some context of the smart furniture, what are we talking about? So we have a research project called REACH, which is short for Responsive Engagement of the Elderly, Promoting Activity and Customized Healthcare. This is a Horizon 2020 research project with 16 partners. The overall coordinator is Professor Thomas Bock, and the scientific director is Dr. Thomas Linner. So one major aspect of this project is to develop a special smart furniture system named Personalized Intelligent Interior Unit, which is short for PUs, including Silver Arc, Mini Arc, Silver Bed, and Active Life. So as you can see on the screen, the Silver Arc is basically a smart table framework, which can be extended to different dimensions. And it integrates the depth camera for motion and gesture detection, and also short projector for the table display. And also on the right-hand screen, you can see the so-called Mini Arc, which is basically a mini or mobile type of the Silver Arc. And here you can see this is the so-called Silver Bed, which is a multifunctional bed frame, including different types of functionality and also sensors. For example, the LED sky, TV screen, fitness devices, thermal camera, daily appliances, and in the middle is the core of a so-called Sarah Combilizer. This device enabled the elderly person to position themselves in a sitting or standing or lying position. And of course, we also have the Active Life, which we co-developed with our partner, Aeromedical, which is basically a training device in which the elderly user can do some physical activities in a very safe manner, and also play some serious games. So here are basically the elderly-friendly home screen and the subscreens of the GUI we developed for the smart furniture, which you can see here. This is it enables some functions such as the time, calendar, weather, and appointments and alarms, and also some function centers such as gallery, emails, and gaming center. And then a modular, the so-called bus type distributed intelligent home concept was proposed, which integrates the PUs and also various ambient sensors to create a complete interior unit, living moment, and for the care solution for older adults in various living environments, such as home, hospital, and care home, in 3 different levels, which is architectural level, furniture level, and sensor level. In the sensor level, I want to mention that we integrate all these different kind of sensors, such as ECG, EMG, pressure meters, and stand-up counter, and infrared cam, motion detection, and so on. Of course, we invited a few older adults to test our devices in prototypes in our labs. And here you can see is basically the system architecture of the data communication scheme, in which the collected data through sensors are transferred, exchanged, and stored securely via the so-called CAR platform. And the next step, so basically conducting a survey is a very good first step to understand the market and implement the so-called distributed intelligent home in China to solve these kind of challenges. So the survey was conducted by 2 channels, mainly digitally, and also some in-person questionnaires as a supplement. The survey consists of 11 close-end questions, investigating their demographics and also the attitudes and opinion towards the smart home and smart furniture and so on. And the survey was pre-tested with several older adults to make sure it can be easily understood and finished within 3 to 5 minutes. And here you can just see some screenshot of this very simplistic and easy to understand survey UI. And of course, we have the survey. The survey lasted for 45 days. And in total, we collected 384 older adults from 26 out of the total 34 provinces of China provided this valid questionnaires with a margin of error of 5%, plus or minus. And the average age of the participant was 68.6 years old. And we categorized them into 3 age groups, which is young, which are young old, the so-called middle old, and also the so-called very old. Among this participant, basically 40% are male and 60% are female. And regarding the education level, basically it's balanced. Half of them have college degree and half of them have college, high school or below degree. And 75% of the participants live either alone or with the spouse, and 20% of them living with children. Only 0.8% of them are living either in retirement home or nursing homes. This is likely due to the fact that over 90% of Chinese citizens own their own homes, and also due to the culture aspect of the so-called filial piety. Aging in place is a very common practice. And also regarding the user adoption rate of the smart devices, actually 93.5% of the participants use smartphones, so which is very good adoption. And also on the contrary, only 8.9% of them use wearables. So a possible explanation could be the inadequate functionality and the frequent need for charging, but which also suggests a very good opportunity that this ambient sensing solution integrated in the smart furniture could provide a very good alternative to the wearables. So, and then regarding the user adoption of smart home devices, so 3/4 of them at least have experience with one of them, with the smart TV having the highest adoption rate of almost 50%. On the contrary, smart furniture has the very low adoption rate of 3.1%. This is because it is a very relatively new field and also implies a substantial market potential. Regarding the usability, like 45.3% of the participants found that it is very easy to use or easy to use the tech products. And in terms of the interest, however, 60.9% of the participants were either interested or very interested in using the elderly-oriented smart furniture devices. So regarding this importance of attributes in smart furniture, the participants value safety the most and aesthetics the least. A vast majority of them thought that there could be a very substantial market potential for the so-called elderly-oriented smart furniture in China, which further verifies the hypothesis. So here are just some cross-analysis. So regarding the correlation between age and other aspect, there is a sharp decline in smart home technology adoption when the participants get older. And also the percentage of difficulty in using technology products are doubled in the very old group compared to the other two groups. And more than 60% of the older adults in the young and middle old groups are either interested or very interested in using the smart furniture, whereas close to half of the very old group felt the same. But the good thing is that all the three groups of older adults express a very high expectation in the future markets of this kind of technology. Here's the correlation between the education level. And so we found that the older adults with higher education level tends to have a better adoption, as well as the higher expectation in this kind of technology. And also participants with education level lower than high school seem to have some difficulty, more difficulty in using these tech products. And regarding the correlation between the genders and the adoption rate, difficulty, interest, and expectations, there is basically no any significant differences between the genders. So regarding the limitations, of course, we have some limitations, which are several provinces were not covered by the survey, and also the number of older adults surveyed in each provinces are not proportional to the population of that province. And also older adults who are not able to use smartphones are very likely undersurveyed. But the major implication are as follows. So there is a substantial amount of interest and optimism towards the so-called distributed intelligent home based on smart furniture among Chinese older adults. And the smart furniture has a very low user adoption rate of 3.1%, but has a very high market potential. And the ambient sensing solution integrated in the smart furniture can provide a very good alternative to the intrusive wearable technologies. And also the initial focus scenario for further developing and deploying this kind of technology shall be home and community rather than nursing homes or hospitals. In the process of developing localized distributed intelligent home for Chinese market, aspects such as safety, usability, quality, privacy protection, and affordability shall be prioritized. And also, last but not least, it is very crucial to close the digital gap for those over 80 years old, and also with a lower education level. So finally, I want to share a little bit about the future study. So the knowledge gained in this survey can be a good guidance for future R&D, of course, and also indicates it is also both necessary and promising to conduct further projects and research. Actually, several large furniture companies in China already approached the research team to show their interest. Currently, one top furniture manufacturer has already agreed to cooperate with the team to promote the localization of the distributed intelligent home, which further proved the hypothesis of this research, which is, this could be a very promising. And here you can see basically is the two-phased project action plan, which includes the phase one of strategic consultancy of 1 year, and the other 2 years of system implementation. And we follow a PDCA, the plan, do, check, act method to develop this project. And of course, the results of the follow-up projects will be reviewed in future publications. So yeah, that's pretty much it, the references. And thank you very much for all of your attention. So this is my email. I'm ready for some questions if you have.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rongbo. Thanks for your presentation. A great ending for such a session. And we'll allow now questions for anyone to have. If anyone has a question, you can share the chat, and I'll share it with Dr. Rongbo.
Hello.
I don't think we have any questions for now. Dr. Rongbo, do you have any last comment for us before we end the session?
So far, not so much. Basically, I think, the time is very much up. So
Yes.
if you have any further comments, please just send me an email or through other platforms such as LinkedIn or ResearchGate. I'm all on these kind of platforms.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Rongbo. Thank you very much for your time, and thanks for the presentation. I would like to thank everyone attended the presentation, and hope to see you at the next session. Thank you very much.